Okay, so if we simulate the movement of the robot for this pickup cycle, we'll see that it just comes down. Unfortunately, I can't simulate the opening and closing of the gripper, but it comes down in this orientation. So this is what I meant before by rotating, how are we going to present the gripper so that it's correctly oriented to the face of the card, okay? Um, Now, to understand the opening and closing, we need to remember that there is a program running in the background that is part of the control computer for the gripper, and it is designed in such a way to open and close based on the settings that we have in Grasshopper. So if you recall what we did in the last video, we processed our pickup plane so that it would be on the edge of the card. We rotated it and flipped it if necessary, and now we're presenting that to our pickup approach. So we want to raise the plane so that then the gripper can come straight down to pick up the card. So the first thing we do is just move that original plane up. So, the one that we processed already is down on the edge of the card, and the one that we want to, as our approach point, is a little higher, which we can control with vertical positioning. That is our first target. Obviously, when we begin to collect these target sequences, you always need a start position. So we always have a start pose. In this case, pay attention that you have the correct off-table start pose for this kind of build. But the only thing that we're introducing here then is the ability to open the gripper when it moves down so that we can get into position to pick up the card. So we have in this component, if we open it up, you'll see that it has a command input checked. That gives you the little C on the bottom here. And in this case, the command that we're giving it, we're giving it a group of commands. So the robots plugin has the ability to combine several commands. You use the merge component. You collect the commands that you want, and you group them together in this group command module that comes from the robot software. Here we're telling it what slot on the controller is going to receive the signal to open and close. And then this true or false toggle determines whether that signal is sent or not sent. And then the logic that we've made with the other program that's running in the background sets what's called the digital output. So we're basically sending a signal from the robot to the robot gripper controller. There's a little bit of a delay set in here, and I don't remember why I did that. I guess it was in case you need to adjust the card or something before the gripper closes. Then what we're doing is, remember that we had moved it up. So we're up here somewhere, and then we are moving it to its original location, which is on the edge of the card. But in order for the gripper to close properly, you actually have to bring it down a bit. So we have this minus 40 millimeters here so that the gripper can make contact with the surface of the card. Pretty simple. Again, we have one of these control slots in here. This time, the logic is designed to send a signal to the controller at another slot. We don't have to change this. You don't have to mess with it. You don't have to change anything on the logic of true and false. You just need to understand that we're closing the gripper before we move away. The reset is so that the logic is not messed up, so that we leave the ability to open the gripper again kind of as an option so that we don't confuse the control computer. So finally, we move up. We're not making any changes on the gripper. We're not opening or closing it. We're just moving back up and giving that third plane up here to another target component before we move away to our drop-off location. So really, it's just, if you think of it this way, it's our starting position, and then our up plane, our down plane, and our up plane, just like we did with the painting cycles for loading the brush with paint. Okay, let's look at what happens next in another video.